All right, all right, all right. Uh-oh, we got a feedback. Turn that off. What's up, everybody? Happy February the 1st, first day of Black History Month. We are coming in swinging and bucking and swinging right here live on the Chris Monroe Show, aka the Woke Real Estate Podcast. What's going on with my peeps? We got some technical difficulty, but that don't stop greatness. You push through. That's what we do as entrepreneurs, baby. So we are streaming live right now on Periscope. We're streaming live on Twitch. We're streaming live over here in the, what is this called? Clubhouse. Everybody's addicted to Clubhouse. And we're streaming live on YouTube at ChrisMonroeSTL. And we're also streaming live on the Facebook group and Facebook. So we're on like 7 places, something like that, 7, 8 places. Who knows? I lose count. Just know we worldwide, baby. No matter where you look, you're going to see us. We out here. So go ahead, put your name in. Let me know where you're chiming in from. We'll give you a quick shout out before we get started with the show. And let me see where what's going on here, because I know that the system was doing something glitchy a minute ago. So I don't know. Let me say, he says he's on. I don't see you. So we'll be on tonight with Sawand Belcher. He'll be talking about some of those creative real estate strategies out of North Carolina. And he's going to be on in a moment. Once he gets in here. And then we also have some other great shows coming up for you in the coming weeks. Next week, on February the 8th, we're on with Chad Rivera. Just closed his first real estate deal. He made $6,223 on his first deal. We're going to go into his real estate case study, talk to him about what he's got going on, how he got into business, tell his story, how he found and actually got to the finish line with his first deal. I always like to showcase people when they get their first deal, because that just lets you know that you can actually do this business. A lot of people feel like, I can't do this, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the credit, or I don't have the knowledge. You can get a little bit of all of that. All you have to do is keep chimed in right here, and that's what we're doing. So that's next Monday, February the 8th. We're on with Chad Rivera. The following week, we're on with Mr. Corey Reed. Corey Reed, he's doing a lot of big stuff up in the Northeast in wholesaling. He wants to tell us how to make $300,000 on a $15,000 marketing spend. So this one will be heavily into marketing strategies, things like that. Because, everybody asks all the time, how do I find deals? How do I find motivated sellers? How do I find buyers? All of that stuff, we'll be going over that in deep detail. That's Monday, the 15th of February, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. And that's how we do it. We got some other shows scheduled as well going into the month of March. And we ready to go into 2021, baby. We coming out hard. But like I said, tonight we're on with Sawand Belcher. This is me taking action on IG. Let me see what he got here. I think he's having an issue getting on. Let me see here. Click link. So we're going to get him in here in a moment, and we'll see how that goes. So like I said, put your name in and where you're coming in from, and we'll give you a quick shout out. And also shout out to the replay viewers. Shout out to y'all. Where you at? I see your replay viewers. Go ahead and leave a smart comment as well, because a lot of people forget about you. You may not have been able to get in live due to your work schedule, your life schedule, your whatever, business schedule, who knows? But nevertheless, I'm here to help you, and I bring on some people in the industry that are here to help you as well. Step your game up when it comes to this real estate talk. So let's see what we got here. We got William in Fort Worth. What up, William? I see you out here. Daniel, staying woke from Virginia tonight. Oh, you made it home. Okay. You usually all on the road and stuff. Good to see you as well. Let's see here. Who else we got? Anthony. What up? What up? Anthony Adams, double A in the place today. I see you. Melissa, I see you over here from Connecticut. Connecticut been trying to come on the map a lot lately. I see a lot of y'all in the clubhouse streets. Let's see here. Daniel, you see me now. Bam. I got you. All right, cool. Let's see here. Got a fresh cut. Oh, no, man. I wake up and it stay cut. It stay trimmed automatically. No, I'm just playing. You got to stay straight with it, man. Checking in from the NC. I see you, Molly. Good to see you as well. Toledo, Ohio. Hi, Deidre. Thanks for stopping in. So if you all are jumping in right now, give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share. And that'll help boost in the algorithm. What's up, Coach Rocket? I see you. OJ in Tampa. East St. Louis in the building. I see you there. Y'all ain't playing. You're all over. What's good, player? Nicholas, I see you. Hello, everyone. Ursula Williams in the building coming in. And we got Mark Days. I see you. Oh, you everywhere, Mark. You be on Clubhouse too. You liking that Clubhouse too. So if anybody haven't got on there yet, what you waiting on? You must be sleep. Get on Clubhouse and follow me at ChrisMonroeSTL. Been on there about 5 weeks already. Gathered about 11,000 followers. So you know we ain't playing on them things. We out here doing it. So I want to also give a shout out to Shy. What's up, Shy? From Jersey. All right, cool. So I'm just waiting on Sawand here. Let me see what he's got here. Maybe he got stuck. Give me a moment. Maybe he got stuck. You never know. He say I got stuck. Nice. Let's go here. Click link. You here. I'm trying to send him a message at the same time. I think he's having some trouble getting on. What's up, Matt? Big bro Matt out of North Carolina. I see you as well. Cool. So I know this is the first day of Black History Month. What are you doing for Black History Month? Are you celebrating it all? Are you talking about it? Are you ignoring it? Or are you just watching what others do? Is it even, a month that we should keep pushing and celebrating? Or should it be something that's every day, all year long? Some people say we should get more than a month, and all this stuff. What is your thoughts on that while we wait for Sawand? Okay, he's responding now. I'm on the website. No, you need to click the link. Click link. Click link. I guess I got to do this again. Give me a second here. Let me get him in here. Something happened. It's always some with these technical difficulties. I thought something was wrong because usually people come on and they already like in the green room waiting when I come on, but I didn't see him this time. So let me make sure he's got the proper information and we'll get him in here in just a moment. Let's see here. Invite a guest. Click there. Go back to here. Send him the message. Boom. So there's the link. Joins there. So hopefully that he can get in right on that point. Let's see here. Click link to join. Make it so easy. I try to make stuff easy. Also, I also have an extra feature added on too. If you all are listening in and you want to actually come in live on the show during the podcast or during the live stream, if you go to wokerealestate.com, I got the join link right there as well. So you can actually participate live action right here. I think we can get up to like 10 people or something on the live stream if we get to that point as well. So that's how we're going to do it, everybody. So like I said, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. It's about that time, y'all. We about to get it popping.
And we have Mr. I Stay Woke. And Mr. I Stay
Woke. What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. I'm out here talking to all these great other real estate investors all across the nation, and I try to bring them here to bring their expertise, drop some knowledge, drop some gems on you to help you in your real estate endeavors. And while I was out here in these clubhouse streets, I ran across a brother named Sawand, and he come in and he about to drop the bomb. You like that, Ryan? So that's how we do it, family. Go ahead, get this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, and let's see who we got here. What up, Sawand? What up?
Yo, what's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
All right. I see we finally got it in. The technical difficulties, they try to stop the greatness, don't they?
Bro, technical difficulties. I'm slow with the technology, so all that good stuff. I just had literally right as I was trying to jump on here, I had a tenant that went MIA. Okay, like literally the last month, haven't heard from him. I drove by the house every day in the morning, during the day, at night, no sign of him. Okay, so today I did a wellness check. Okay, that's when you call the police and you go into the house and you make sure they're not dead. And so we changed the locks, put a 10-day notice because the power and the water is off. And said, yo, look, give me a call. And surely enough, he pops up at my house literally right before I'm about to jump on here and say, yo, I just got out of jail. And I'm like, man.
You thought he was dead as a doorknob? Oh,
Bro, I was
hell
like, yo,
no.
I thought you was dead, man. I thought you was dead.
You
And,
just assumed the worst right off the rip. He
right.
got to be dead. I ain't heard from him.
Bro, it's well, he been my tenant for 2.5 years, and he's one of my carpenters. So like, if I need work done, I know I can call Mr. Jemison. I know I can go up to the house between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. and he's ready to work. And so, and that's been like that for the last 2.5 years. And he just literally he went ghost on me. So I knew something was wrong. So I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Because I know I got a couple tenants that like to pay early. If they don't pay early,
Right.
something ain't right. And I'm like, wait a
Right.
minute, and, you know, something fishy going on.
Yeah,
So
you got some early pays, you got some on-time pays, and then you got those late pays. You just got to manage them.
Exactly. So yeah, so that means you out here doing the business. I want to welcome you to the podcast here. And for people who may not know who you are and what you do, give them a little overview on who you are, Sawand.
Yo, I'm Sawand Belcher. This is me taking action on IG. I'm a full-time landlord, as you hear. I manage all of my own properties. Honestly, I'm looking at some property management so I can get that weight off my shoulder because I'm also a full-time wholesaler. Last year we did 74 deals, averaging about 13,100. Do the math, it's right at, I think it's right at like 800,000 or something for last year. And yeah, I'm here in Greensboro, North Carolina. So you know, since we first started this 5 years ago, our first 2 deals was rentals. The third one, you know, that's when I found out about assignments, and ever since then, it's been a bunch of assignments, creative financing deals, subject to seller finance and all that good stuff, and in between, and just making money in real estate. You know, just trying to find my way, what works perfectly for me, and you know, and getting to my journey to 100 doors, 100 rental checks every single month. That's what I'm going for.
100 doors. Now that's important to have goals like that because it keeps you focused. You know, it's a lot of
It
distractions
does.
out there and a lot of stuff. So you said you've been in the game about how long now?
5 years running, baby. 5 years.
5 years. So you've seen them come and go. You've seen the wave of the wholesaler wave come through.
Yep.
So how has things changed from how it is now, everybody trying to get in the game, to how it was when you first kind of got in?
Honestly, last year with COVID, it didn't. I mean, it kind of slowed business down, but it really knocked out a lot of new competition. Even in the Airbnb space, because we got a couple of Airbnbs. So with the Airbnb space, I even shut down one, and then I realized with the other that don't shut them down, because if you're able to hold on a couple months, you're going to be one of the very few left. So that's kind of what happened in the real estate space as far as deal finders. By the way, as we're on the call, you'll notice I don't like, you might even notice it on Clubhouse, I don't like saying wholesaling. I don't like saying wholesalers, because so many people get caught up in just the transactions. They forget they're actually a real estate investor, and their main exit strategy is assigning contracts. So I'll say deal finder, I'll say assignments, and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Now, you know, that's going to go against what a lot of people may think. They say, oh, wholesalers ain't investors. They ain't got no money in the game.
That is an investment strategy. Okay. It's, if you see it like, this is the way I see it. Okay. I find a house that I could buy for $50,000. Now me as the investor, I have to raise $50,000. Matter of fact, I need to make a fee. So I need to raise $60,000. I need to go find, you know, people out here with money to give me 60,000 so I can buy the house to make money. That's how I see it. I see it as I'm raising money, okay, to buy a house and then resell it. So when I'm talking to people about this, I buy as is and I sell as is, you know.
Yeah, and that kind of makes sense, because, I mean, how can somebody say just because you don't have no money in the game, you're not really investing? Because I bought a lot of houses, no money down. You know, when you learn these strategies, you can get into business and find out that, you know, you really don't need a bunch of money or a big credit score. Talk about that a little bit. What kind of credit do you need to buy houses, Sawand?
You don't need any credit. Okay. So I literally just walked one of my like, I hate to say students. Let's just say one of my friends. I just walked one of my friends through a deal where he didn't need any money. Okay. And this is kind of what the deal looked like. So he found it from probates. He just went down to the courthouse, you know, wrote down names of people that had passed away and left property to their heirs. And this heir had just got the property, you know, had it for about 2 months and still got a mortgage on it. Okay. It's boarded up. Okay. It's boarded up. They owe 18 grand. He talked to him and they said, hey, look, I just want to sell for what I owe. Okay. So this is what I told him to do. I said, hey, man, I want you to contract it as if you're going to buy it and leave the mortgage in place. The person's already passed away, so most likely, the seller is going to say okay. So he contracted it as if he was going to buy it by taking over the mortgage. Okay, so he got it under contract. Now he has control over it. Okay. Then he went out to market the property to other buyers to see if they would be willing to buy it for him. Cash, just cash them out. 25 grand, 26 grand, something like that. So he couldn't find anybody that wanted to do that, but he did find somebody that wanted to put 5 grand down and make him payments for 24 months and then cash him out at the end of the 24 months. Okay. So what he was able to do is take the property down, subject to, meaning leaving the mortgage in place. Okay. Now he's responsible for making the payments. He's on the deed. Okay. The mortgage is still in the in the descendant's name. And now he has this new person coming in that's doing a lease option with him, saying, hey, here's my option deposit. Okay. I'm going to pay you every month. Okay. And then at the end of the 24 months, whatever balance is owed, I'm going to pay you off. And it's officially my house and the deed will go into their name. So now he has a rental property. Once again, the seller didn't get any money in her pocket. He got the 5 grand. I think he used like 1,500 of it for the closing costs. Okay. And boom, boom, boom. That's a rental property with no money out of his pocket. So I thought that was pretty good for a first deal for him.
Most definitely. So basically, not only do you not need money, you could be paid to take a house. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, for sure. That happens all the time.
People don't understand that, I try to make it simple so that it can be digested. Because, I hear people say, I'm going to go get this loan and a 401k loan, 401(b) loan, whatever loan. I'm like, what? Like, man, when you understand this creative real estate strategies, the world is just wide open. So for some people who may not understand the actual, just some basic logistics of it, what are some main things you're looking for if you want to do one of these creative type deals?
Well, number one, I want you to work on you first. That's what we were talking about last night on my call, is like, no, you need to work on yourself first, because most of everything that you were taught here in your mind is going to stop you from believing. And that movie Jingle Jangle, I don't know if you watched it on Netflix, is all about believing. Okay. You have to believe I'm able to buy without any money. That's number one. Okay. But after you get past the belief part and you say, okay, this is possible. Chris is doing it. Sawand is doing it. There's thousands of other people out here doing it every single day, multiple times a day. Okay. I need to look for distress. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's financial distress, or it doesn't matter if the house is in physical distress. You're just looking for distress, and you're looking for that because you need some type of motivation. Okay. You need some type of motivation from the seller, because right now the climate for sellers is super, competitive. I mean, there's more buyers than sellers. So of course, naturally, I mean, there's 15 different ways to sell a house in the next 20 days, so, you need to find the motivated people that need you, that your talk game is good. Your solution for them is good. Your guidance, your 1, 2, 3 process is better than someone else's. So you're looking for motivation. You're looking for physical or financial distress, and that will open up an opportunity for you to make one of these creative offers, whether that's a discount so you can assign, or whether that's seller financing terms, or just picking up a property via subject to.
Well said. Well said. So like, let's see, who is this over here? Somebody just said, Esther says she can't wrap her head around it, but she knows it's possible.
Yeah.
And so is there certain words you want to stay away from when you're talking to people? Is there any kind of special lingo, magic words you're going to say to these people?
In my opinion, I think everybody should just have a conversation. Just have a conversation. This is the person on the other phone should become your homie. Okay. The lady that I was speaking to over the weekend, she had like an aggressive tone, and she wasn't the seller. Okay. So I'm like, yo, you sound like my auntie. You sound like, she was like, what you mean? I don't sound like your auntie. I said, look, let me give you this visualization of my Aunt Tammy. Okay. It's family reunion. Okay. It's the end of the night. She got her wig on. She's out having a good time. She's dancing. She's trying to get everybody pumped up. And right after, on the following day, when we're talking about next year's plans, she's forcing the color that she wants on her, and she's forcing the location that she wants. And that sounds just like you. Am I right? And she just bust out laughing. Even when we went to we set up an appointment for this one. So when we came to the appointment, I said, "Hey, Aunt Tammy," all of her family start laughing. Okay. And that's what it takes, is you humanizing, being a person. And, and they followed me on Instagram. They followed me on Instagram and they're like, "Oh, we just love seeing you do this." And that's what you want. You want that genuine connection. Because the whole numbers talk, anybody can do that. Anybody can talk numbers. I mean, you know what I mean? Anybody can talk numbers. People want to deal with the person. People want to deal with the person. Okay. Now you do got to be sly and actually know what you're talking about and where you need to be with the numbers. But people actually like dealing with people, and honestly, that's why me and you click, because we're just people,
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%, because my thing is, first my approach is see if they're even open to something creative. If they're not even
Right.
open to it, I want cash and I want fast and I don't want to talk about nothing else, it's probably not going to work with those people. However, there's a large group of people who have never even been posed the question, are you willing to do something more creative? Would you consider taking a monthly payment until we pay you off in full? If we were able to work this out another way, are you open to that? Certain questions to just see if they're open. They don't have to know all the little jumbles. And I tell people, stop trying to preach and teach these people and just ask questions. Is it that simple?
Yeah, I like to make it the seller's idea. So we make MLS offers. So that's, in my opinion, that's an advanced strategy. But we make some MLS offers, and if for whatever reason the agent, if they're giving us a hard time, we'll skip trace the owner and go straight to the owner. And
wait a minute, you don't supposed to do this, Sawand. They mad at that.
Hey, I'm just telling you, that's what we do, and it works. It works. So that's what we did with this one. So we made a cash offer on the MLS. And the agent said, no, he's not going to consider it. It's been listed for 6 months. We've had higher offers than that. It's not going to work. And I said, well, I was like, why is it not going to work? They wouldn't tell us. So I reached out to the seller, and the seller said it's not going to work because, they had it listed for 68. They owe 65, so they needed enough space to pay a little something to the realtor. And I said, well, look, man, it sounds like you've had a bunch of investors, making offers on the property. He said, yeah, everybody's really low. And I understand you're an investor, so you need to be low. And I said, yeah, but what if I didn't need to be low? Would you consider an investor then? That's making it his idea. And he said, yeah, I would definitely consider an investor if they were to pay what I want. Okay. So if I were to pay the 68 that you're asking for, you consider selling to me. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, how do we do that? And once he said, how do we do that? It's like, oh, this is the way. I can buy it, by paying your realtor the $3,000 that you were going to give her, and by taking over your mother's, monthly mortgage payments. Okay. And I said, I know it's not something that everybody does, but if you don't find that ideal buyer that you're looking for, I want you to keep it in your holster. Okay. And literally once it's too late, once you think I might not want to make this mortgage payment anymore, I want you to pull that gun out your holster, call 919-306-0303, and I'm going to be right there.
Yeah, I thought you almost was going to say call 911, but you had a real number.
Yeah, I gave him my cell phone number, but it's stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's you being slick with the words, so they remember that. They're like, oh, this dude funny, Yeah.
And, so it's positioning, having a good conversation, asking them questions, letting them come back around to how can you do that? Now they're curious. Now it's an easier pitch for you, right? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna buy your house subject to, and I'm gonna keep the loan in your name, and I'm gonna do all this. We're not pushing them into the idea.
Right. Exactly. We're making it their idea, making them pick, making them pick the option, making them pick between the options we have,
I know that's right. Now, you did mention something a minute ago about making offers off the MLS. So what kind of criteria would you look at before you say, hey, I want to go after this property? Is it 60 days, 90 days, or hey, it just looked like something I want to buy?
So I have my realtor focus in on our hot zip codes. Okay. So what we do is, so every year we'll look at volume of deals and then gross profit on deals. And then then those are our top 3 zip codes. Okay. And we have them focus on those. So when it comes to rentals, we keep it super easy for him. We don't even want him to bring it back to us. If there's a tenant occupied property on the MLS, we want him to make an offer on our behalf for rent times 48. Okay, rent times 48 months. So, example, if the property is rented out for $600 times 48, that means we're gonna be paying. He's gonna be offering 26 grand for that property. Perfect. Okay, perfect. See, I made that criteria because I noticed one of my best buyers, he had bought 10 properties from me in 3 months. His criteria was rent times 60. So I said, okay, if I need to make a spread, I'll just make my criteria rent times 48. Boom. Okay, so that's how I got my criteria, and that's what he looks at. And for flips, okay, we're just looking for like descriptive words in the agent remarks. We're looking for, okay, for instance, it was an REO property, and in the agent notes, it said that.
Wait a minute, Ron, what's a REO?
Oh, REO is bank owned. Okay, so it's past pre-foreclosure. It already went into foreclosure. Okay, it went into auction. It didn't sell at auction. Now it's bank owned. The bank owns it. Okay, they don't want to own houses, so they want to sell it. So they hire an agent to list their quote unquote REO to sell it. And in the agent notes, it says every time agent shows the property, tenant comes out with a gun and starts shooting.
Oh my God.
So I mean, that screams motivation, right? That for a seller, that screams motivation. So we called the agent and said, hey, it sounds like you need an investor that's willing to buy sight unseen. Yes, I'm sure the bank will consider it if it's a sight unseen offer with no contingencies. So that's what we're looking for, or keywords like, TLC. You know what I mean? There's little keywords that we're looking for as well, that are in the description on the MLS.
Yeah, because sometimes it might even say motivated seller in the description.
It does.
The heck?
It does.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Motivated. Y'all need to come see me. You don't even need to be on the MLS. I got a solution for your problem. So let me let everybody know that's listening over on Clubhouse, watching on Instagram, or anywhere else. If you want to get the full experience and watch this actual video, hop on over to the YouTube channel at ChrisMonroeSTL. We live with Sawand Belcher out of North Carolina, dropping jewels, letting us know how we do these creative deals, talking about real estate. So come on over at ChrisMonroeSTL and join the conversation.
Bro, congratulations to you, by the way, because I mean, I don't know if people know how hard it is to try to stream on 3 or 4 different platforms. I mean, it's a production. Okay, that's what it is. It's a production. So, kudos to you for even, trying to put something like that together. So you definitely much respect to you, brother.
Most definitely. It is difficult. We're in 9 places live right now. If that's not
right.
enough, we'll do another 7 after the live because we actually reposted up as an actual podcast on Stitcher, SoundCloud, and all the other places as well. So yes, it's a pretty big reach, and I want to help as many people as possible. So if you all are listening, give this video a thumbs up, share it out, tag somebody, let them know we live. We talking to Sawand, and he's dropping the bomb. You're gonna start using that, Sawand, ain't you?
I love that. Dropping the bomb. I love it.
Great.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. I bet you got some really good virtual assistants helping you
all the time. Teamwork makes the dream work. I can't do all this stuff, but you gotta have somebody.
That's what's up.
So what is it? So when you came into the game, did you come in as kind of doing what they call wholesaling, or did you come in straight into the creative? What was kind of like your first introduction into the real estate world?
Okay, so rentals. Okay, when I was getting into real estate, I was interested in rental property. I was interested in buying a property and making $200-300 a month for the rest of my life. Okay. Okay. And this is how that came up. Okay. I was selling cars. I was at the car dealership. Okay. I was selling 15 to 20 cars a month. Anybody that sold cars, they know that's, 70 to 80 grand a year. Okay. So I was doing good selling cars. And my finance manager said, hey, look, man, what are you doing with all your money? I'm like, yo, I'm spending it. He's like, bro, stop playing. You need to buy a house. And so one day I had sold 2 cars. He said, yo, did you go get qualified for a house yet? I said, no. He said, bro, leave work, go get qualified for a house. Go over to state employees. So got qualified. Okay. I reached out to one of my ladies that I had sold a car to, Jackie Graves. She was a realtor. And we started looking for houses. I knew I wanted to buy, for a discount. Yeah, I knew I wanted to buy for a discount. And so we started looking at foreclosures that was listed online. Anyway, picked up one for 90 grand. And at the time, I was gonna move in it with my girlfriend at the time, my wife now. Okay. Close on the property. I don't tell her. I don't tell my girlfriend. Okay. Close on the property. Okay. I pretend like we're driving around looking at houses, da 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 da, and I'm like, oh, what do you think about this house right here? She's like, oh, I like that house. I said, well, great news. Boom, it's ours. All right, drop the keys on her. She refused. She refused to move in. She refused to move in because we was not married. Okay, we wasn't married yet, so she refused to move in. So I called my realtor. I'm like, yo, how do I back out of this deal? I've owned it for like 3 days now. I was like, how do I back out of this deal? She said, well, look, everybody got their money. Deed is in your name. There's no backing out. I was like, dang, what do I do? My girlfriend don't want to move in. And she said, well, how about I rent it out for you and you make, like I just said, you make $250, $300 a month every month for the rest of your life. And I said, every month for the rest of your life. Okay, take in mind, I sell cars. So once you sell a car, you get paid. You done with getting paid.
So kind of like an in and out deal.
Right. Yeah. I'm used to hustling every day, coming in with a mindset is I got to eat. I'm hungry. There's no way I'm leaving without a deal. And she just said that I can get paid every single month for the rest of my life on one purchase. So that intrigued me. Okay. That intrigued me. So once again, she got a tenant in there. It was a Patel Indian dude. His company paid for him to stay there. It was perfect. Okay. So a year later, I'm like, perfect. Now we got married. Okay. And I needed a house for ourselves now. So I start driving around again. We're driving around and I'm looking for the neighborhoods that I want to be in. And we see a vacant 2-story house. Okay. And I'm like, let me ask the neighbors and see if they know what's going on with this house. So I knock on the door, this house that I'm living in right now. I knock on the door and I say, hey, we're looking to buy a house. We saw the house across the street. Do you know what's going on with it? And she said, well, come on in. It's an older lady. Come on in. We sat down in the living room. And she happened to be cooking, so she gave us some soup, and she wanted to hear what we had going on, that we were looking for a house for us to live in. And she said, well, look, what do you think about my house? And we were like, well, we like it. So, and she's like, well, would you buy it? And I'm like, yeah, probably. And so she's selling us, okay? She's like, well, how soon would you, I was like, well, we probably can close. We already got our loan approved, so we can close in like 30, 45 days, And she said, well, what about my stuff? And at that point, I knew we had a deal. Okay. And this honestly was really a good deal. So our neighbors just sold for $225. We bought this one for $119 5 years ago. Right.
100,000 over the top, huh?
Yeah. And once again, off market, just knocking on the door. So that's really how I got into it, brother. And my next deal was right in this neighborhood. I wanted to buy to hold. Okay. Once again, I did the same thing, just knocked on the door. And the guy said, yeah, you can buy it. I couldn't get a loan for it. So that's when things started to change. Because the first two were loans. My first rental was a loan. House that I live in now, another loan. The third one, I got it on the contract. I couldn't get another loan because my DTI.
Debt to income ratio.
Right. So I was stressing, bro. I was stressing. I went to church praying, trying to figure out what's about to pop, how did I mess up now? So one of the elders at my church works for HUD, the Housing Urban Development. And I tell him what's going on with this house. He said, did you think about selling the paper? I said, selling the paper? I said, what do you mean selling the paper? And he said, well, just like mortgage notes sell the mortgage notes to other banks, you can get a property on the contract and sell the paper to another buyer. I said, what?
So you up here running around and just stumbled into all kind of stuff that quick.
Yeah. And I said, well, how do I find these buyers? He said, well, just go down to the local RIA. He said, I used to go all the time. I'm pretty sure they got it on every other Thursday. I went on down to the local RIA on Thursday, found me a buyer, bought his little self on down to my neighborhood and check out this house. And he was down. And that was really it, And
wow. So you just stumbled into finding out about wholesaling, finding out about notes, finding out about creative strategies because you ran into it by default because you
Right.
cannot get a loan. So I had to learn another way to get in the game and get some of this paper. So wow, that's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
because a lot of people came in a lot of ways, but I never heard somebody come in that way.
Yeah, that was really strong, man. That was really strong. And that same guy bought another property from me, and he's the one, the reason, he's one of the main reasons why I left the dealership. So yeah,
Yes.
grateful for that guy.
And so did that help you a little bit? Because I know you had some sales skills. If you were selling cars, coming over here, you're like, oh man, I got to sell real estate or
Yeah.
sell these paper or sell this. Was those skill sets that you used selling cars very helpful for you in this side of the business and real estate?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Literally, I use it every day. Literally use it every day. Hope for gain, fear of loss. Even the way the company's set up. So at the car dealership, they got a website. They put the inventory on the website. Sounds like disposition. People inquire on the website and say, hey, I want to buy this car. Sounds like a disposition website. You call them and say, hey, do you really want to buy it? Bring me some earnest money. So literally the way the e-commerce sales at the dealership is ran, that's the way I run my business. And honestly, I still meet with my old general manager to kind of talk about leadership and hiring and what he's doing in the dealership, what he's doing in his business, so I can kind of implement in mine just in a different way.
Wow, that's powerful stuff there. So have you been able to convert anybody that was kind of in the car business over to real estate?
Yep. Actually, my best acquisition guy, his name was Eli. He doesn't work for me anymore. He actually does real estate on his own now. But he was phenomenal. He was super consistent. 4 contracts a week. He killed it. He killed it, and he was with me for about 8 months. And I loved him. That was a really fun time. Car salespeople, the what is it? The timeshare guys. And then there was another one, and some car wash guys like the Auto Bell. You can pick out some really good Auto Bell salespeople. Those were like my top 3 acquisition guys that I picked up from.
Wow. So we are live, everybody listening on Clubhouse or you're listening on IG. I'm talking to Sawand Belcher. If you want to get the full experience, hop on over to the YouTube channel at ChrisMonroeSTL so you can get the full touch of all of this right here, and give this video a thumbs up if you are watching on the live. We got about 80 people on the live there.
Nice. Good job.
And I don't know how many over here on Clubhouse, about 15.
Let's go. All right, well, let's hit them with some heavy stuff, bro. I'm down. That's what's up.
Definitely. So now, so you say you do this creative real estate, and what do you do when it comes to private money? Everybody want to know about private money. They either think hard money, private money. Which way should I go? Give them a little overview about that.
All right. So private money is exactly that. It's private. Okay. So don't go Google private money, because all of those companies are institutional lenders. They're banks. Okay. Private money is private. Nobody knows that this person is willing to lend money on real estate because you cultivate a relationship with them. Okay. And you bring opportunities to them, and they give it to you on the level of trust and respect that you guys have for each other. Okay. So literally, somebody just wired me 20 grand today. No contract. Okay. We didn't sign no paper. We shook hands. We met at my office on Thursday night around 9 p.m. He came in from Atlanta. We shook hands that he was going to give me 20 grand for me to buy a sub-2 deal. Oh, and he wired the money to me today so I can close on it next week. That's private money. Okay. No paperwork, just an agreement. Okay. So the reason why people give me money to buy real estate is because I bring value to the marketplace. Okay. I'm able to find deals. Okay. What is a deal? I'm able to find a $200,000 house for $6,000. And because I'm able to create that kind of equity spread, people are willing to invest in me so they can make an interest on their return. Okay. Sometimes I'll give them interest, and on some deals, I'll also give them equity. It just depends on the deal. Okay. But they literally give me money so I'm able to buy the property to make cash flow. And in return, they get an interest rate secured by deed of trust, meaning they're the mortgage. So if for whatever reason things go south, they actually got a discounted property with a lot of equity that they can still recoup their money from. So
they really don't have anything they can lose in.
Oh no, they're not losing at all. That's the beautiful part. Like, bro, that's the beautiful part. I had, just for fun, okay, just for fun, I had sold a property to one of my best buyers. Her name is Brittany, and she has like 400 doors in this area. And I said, Brittany, here's my portfolio. Just give me like a number that you would buy my portfolio for, so that way I can just kind of know. Okay. So between what I owe on my portfolio and what she would pay was about a $400,000 swing. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So if I ever get in a pinch, if I ever need to sell, if I ever need to come up with $400,000, I know I can sell my portfolio and have $400,000 next month. And so that's the kind of protection your private money people have, because they're always in the green, and that's where you want to stay. Because once somebody gives you their hard-earned money, you want to make sure you know what a good deal looks like. Most important part now, you need to know how to make money for your private money investor. That's the whole purpose of why they're giving you the money, you know.
Big money.
For sure, for sure. So I'm gonna give you one example. I'm gonna give you two examples of private money deals, and how they're benefiting, so people can understand. Okay, okay. My grandmother, my grandmother, I bought a sub two deal. Okay, I bought a sub two deal. My grandmother gave me $7,000 to buy this sub two deal. I said, Grandma, you're gonna be on the deed of trust, and every month I'm gonna split the rent with you every month for the rest of your life. Okay. The cash flow on the deal is $500. She gets 250. I get 250. So she doesn't do anything, and now she instantly has a DSS check coming to her mailbox every month for the rest of her life.
And her
Okay.
original principal is still secure.
And her original principal is still secure. I actually make that agreement. That's what they put on the promissory note for my guys. That if I ever sell, they get a portion of the net proceeds after they get their original principal back. Okay, so that way, all of the money that they've made, as long as we held, is literally just profit. Okay, and the money that they get back, of course, is the original. You know, and but it works. It works. Okay. Now another scenario is the hair salon that I officially close on tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and I got it on the contract for $18,000. Okay, my private money guy gave me $25,000 on a 13-year, 12% note. So my monthly payment is $317. Okay, I got a hair lady that's moving in the following week. She's paying me $700 for side A. Okay, for side B, I'm actually doing a partnership with one of my friends that has a CBD company. Okay, so we created an LLC. He provides the product, I provide the space, and then I take 25% of the net proceeds from his shop sales every month.
Come on,
Uh,
man. You being a gangster over there. You're getting too many strings.
Yeah, yeah. And but that's the beautiful part. Once you own the real estate, you can do whatever you want. You can have infinite amount of companies. You can you literally have more political control. Because I mean, let's be real. The person that pays the most taxes has kind of like a higher, he has like a higher position when it comes to making some headway when it comes to local laws, you know. And that's another beautiful thing about this too, because we meet a bunch of politicians. 2 years ago, I sold a apartment complex to our senator. Okay, I didn't even know he was the senator until he said it. You know, Roy Cooper in North Carolina, and he bought the apartment complex, and yeah, he shouted me out and everything on his Instagram page, and I didn't even know it. So, but yeah,
That's the power of real estate. Don't
amen.
wait. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. So that's what the game is to be done right there. That makes total sense. So I know you talked a little bit about private money. Why would somebody go try to use hard money?
Okay, so um, I'm not necessarily. I've never used hard money. Okay, so I don't really. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why people use hard money, because my private money game's so strong. I don't know. I really don't know. Because literally, um, I honestly don't know. So you have to ask somebody else that question, because literally my private money guys, I bring them a deal, and within a couple hours, I have a yes. Okay, I have a yes. And once again, it's no contracts. We work on Word, and the day before closing, they get their deed of trust and they get their promissory note. Okay. And 30 days later, after that, my mom, who works on my team, okay, she doesn't own the company with me. She's on my team. It's one of my things I wanted to do was retire my mom, but she sets up our auto pays to all of our investors and for all of our mortgages. So they literally just get an ACH payment directly in their account, just on autopilot. Yeah, on autopilot. So I don't know why people go hard money, because I don't have no points. Okay, I don't have nobody asking me to get contractor bids. I don't have nobody saying, "Hey, I'm gonna hold 10 grand drawer at the attorney's office and bring me an invoice, bring the attorney an invoice." You know, I don't have points at the end. I don't have none of this. I don't have no appraisals. I don't have no surveys. You know, people respect me for the work that I've already done. You know, and that's what they go off of.
So would you suggest a person that's kind of new in the game go into doing these type of private money deals, or do they need to get their education level up, know what the heck they're doing before ever trying to use somebody else's money to do this business?
Okay, so this is the way this is the way it's going to happen. Okay, if you choose to make it work outside of this, then cool. So when you do assignments, when you become a deal finder and you assign those contracts to buyers, you're gonna attract money, because now you're in the driver's seat. Now you have the $200,000 house under contract for $66,000. So people with money are going to start to come to you. Okay. Versus if you don't have a deal, you've never done a deal before. Now you're going to go looking for people with money and you're going to them. Okay. I like when people come to me. Today I put out on Facebook, I was flipping. I'm doing my end of year, like, taxes and stuff like that. So I'll put it up on Facebook of me flipping through the 74 deals that we did last year. And a girl hit me up in my DM on Facebook and said, hey, what does it take to invest with you? That's attracting money. Okay, that's attracting money. So I suggest you get on some HUDs, you do some assignments, and the money is gonna follow success. Okay, if you have some success, money's gonna come. Money's gonna find you. Um, uh, is as simple as you do 5 deals, then you look at the HUDs. Okay, the top right hand corner says lender address. Okay, go to your HUD, look at all of your HUDs that you did, and it says lender. So that means your buyer who bought their lender to the deal, you got access to their information. So you got their name, you got their address. Chris, what can we do with the name and address?
We
can get a phone number.
Yeah, we can
skip a phone number. So you skip trace your buyer's lender and you start to market towards them. Hey, man, thanks so much for doing that deal with Johnny, man. Johnny's one of my best guys. How long you been working with Johnny? I've been working with Johnny for a long time, man. And you create conversation with him and say, hey, well, look, Johnny got it from me. And the way this business goes, I was able to make money as well. And a lot of the times I like to connect with others like you, so that way I can actually take the property down and you can make a larger percent because there's less there's less people in the deal. If I was able to bring you a deal, how much money would I have? How much would I have to pay, to use your money? Let them talk. Let them talk. Great. Say, well, look, I'll just connect with you, and it doesn't have to be right now. It could be 2 years from now. Okay. But I'm gonna send you some opportunities and you let me know what you like.
So you're sending them the deal first to say, would you like to be in this deal? Or are you saying, hey, I need 50,000 for this next transaction? And then...
I'm just calling them. I'm just calling them to thank them for doing that deal with Johnny. I'm just calling them and say, hey, bro, I sell a lot of deals to Johnny. I really appreciate you doing that deal with Johnny, man. Thanks. That's it. I'm just calling to make that initial contact so they know who I am, and then cultivate a relationship from there. Because people are not going to give you 50,000 on the first phone call.
Take them on a date first. You ain't trying to get married already, huh?
Exactly. It's just like a seller. Most of the time, you got to talk to the seller, 7 to 25 times. So instead of calling them every single time, send them a text message, send them an email. Shoot a video outside of a property and shoot them a video. So that way you can have different points of contacts to promote, conversation. So that's what I do with the lenders. I say, hey man, look, check out this rehab, that I'm working on right now. I'll say, well, look, I just closed on this deal. My private money got made this much. Is that kind of what you're looking for in returns? So you just promote conversation, and eventually he'll say, oh, this guy's serious. He'll
and they sitting up with $800,000 in the bank account, earning less than 1%.
For sure, bro. Literally. So one of my best guys called me the day after Christmas, and he said, Sawand, what's our investment strategy for this year? That's what he said. He said, Sawand, what is our investment strategy for this year? So I told him we're buying and holding 15 to 20-year notes, 12% interest. He said, cool. He said, how much do you think we're gonna need, to get to your goals this year? And I said, I don't know how, what's gonna help you get to your goals. And he said, well, I probably can dedicate about $500,000 this year. Okay. And I said, cool. Do you want me to break it up in any type of way, or can I just use it all right now? He said, well, let's do 125,000 per quarter. Perfect. I can do that. I can do that.
You got to find the deals now and make offers with their money.
Exactly. Now all you got to do is find the deals and put the money in the right places, bro. Yeah.
So this sounds like coming all the way back when we get through with all this creative stuff, it come back to finding deals.
Amen. Amen. That's where it is. You don't have no opportunities if you don't have a deal, because a private money guy is not gonna lend on a house that you found on the MLS that you're buying for $100,000 that's worth $100,000. No, he wants to lend you 35 on the property that's worth $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody just sent me an email today talking about, we got a deal. We asking 115 for it. It's worth 135 fixed up or something, because they said they need light work. I just simply Googled it. It came up on Zillow. The Zestimate said 113. I'm like, I mean, not to say the Zestimate is no be all, but I'm like, if we even close to that number, I know it's too high.
Exactly. It need to be at least half for me to even start doing some research.
Yeah, and it didn't take rocket science, and I see a lot of people do that too. They try to go into the business. I got to count all this and figure out the ARVs and do all this and do all that. But when it all comes down to it, it all starts with finding quality deals, and the rest of this stuff opens up for you, basically, right?
Amen. That's for sure. That's for sure, brother.
Yeah, because I see so many people want to do all the other parts of the business. I'm like, man, go find a deal. You're doing all this other stuff, thinking, worrying about that. Go find a real deal, not junk, a real deal. Because now we got options. We can do some stuff.
Exactly. And that really just takes buckling down and talking to sellers all day, all day. It annoys me when people say, hey, I found 10 vacant properties. I haven't talked to one seller yet, but I found 10 of them.
I'm looking at the ARVs first. No, talk to somebody.
Yeah, you gotta talk. You gotta talk to somebody. You gotta have multiple conversations. Honestly, if you didn't make 100 offers this month, you're not really making no noise. You're not really making no noise.
Exactly. All right, so we got some questions coming in from the audience. Go ahead and drop them in. We'll get them here before we wrap this thing up. Devora on YouTube says, how much of a percentage do you give back on private money lending?
Okay. Yeah. So most of the time, what I pay is about 10 to 14% for money. Doesn't matter if it's a 6, 12 month or 20-year term.
So you already have a pre-set up thing before you even talk to somebody. These are the options.
Yeah. So check this out. You are a business. Okay. I have a real estate investment firm. Okay. I'm not just some small guy that finds deals. Okay. I'm a real estate investment firm. So when somebody reaches out to me about investing, I say, hey, I have 2 programs. Okay. I have a program that allows you to get a quick return within less than 12 months at a 10 to 14% return. And then I also have long-term, passive income deals where you're secured by deed of trust that you can be in it for, 15 to 20-year notes. Which one do you prefer? The short-term programs or long-term programs?
So short-term, they're going to get less money, right? I mean, it's going to be less percentage, or what's the difference?
The goal is for them to tell me what their goal is. So if they want short-term, I know I need like 150,000 from them, so I can do a flip, so I can do a rehab, so I can buy, rehab, and resell, and they'll be able to get their funds back in 6 to 12 months. Okay. If they say they're open to long-term, I know I'm sending over rentals, stuff that I want to hold for my portfolio. Okay. And that's really just how I separate it up. For the guys that want their money back in like a week, we actually do transactional funding with their money. Okay, we do transactional funding with their money, so that way they can get like a 48-hour return, and I focus on doing transactional funding with their funds.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now let me ask you this, Sawand. Is there a shortage of money?
Oh heck no! They printed, bro. They printed out what was it, $19 trillion in the matter of like 2 months. You know? Okay.
Yeah, they said they printed more money in the year 2020 than ever before. Like 22% of all the US dollars was printed in 2020. So what that
Yeah.
mean?
The secret to success in 2020 and 2021 is really this easy. Okay, an LLC. That's it.
Mm.
People that had a personal name that had a social security, they got paid $1,200. People with an LLC with an EIN got offered PPP $100,000. They also got offered an EIDL $10,000 and county grants up to $10,000. So that person with the EIN was offered government money of 150,000 bucks. The person that had a social security number got offered 1,200 bucks. So that's literally the difference in success in the time that we're in right now. So I mean, that's it.
So basically, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business.
I'm a businessman.
That's how we do it. So we're live
Amen.
right now with Sawand Belcher. If you're listening over here on the Clubhouse, listening on Instagram, hop on over to the YouTube channel if you want to get the full experience. And we are streaming live on multiple platforms: YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Facebook, on multiple groups, and on my personal Facebook page as well. So where do you see the future going, Sawand, in 2021? What's going to go on? This pandemic going to keep scaring everybody? You going to keep doing deals or what?
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. I think this is really nice that you're doing this, man. I really like this. That's what's up. So honestly, I think this year is a year for everybody to come up. Okay, I think this is a year. Now there's going to be a bunch of excuse makers. Oh, we in a pandemic. I got COVID. Okay, forget that. Okay, forget that. This is the come up. Last year was the come up. Okay. Last year was the come up. This year is the come up. The people that push down walls, and they continue to climb hills for the next 2 years, instantly millionaires. Okay? Instantly millionaires. Why? That's because some people are staring at the TV, getting depressed, sitting on the couch, not doing anything. It's so many people not doing anything that the people that are doing something are gonna they're gonna surpass all of the competition.
So what? I gotta sit back and wait for my stimulus check, though.
Bro, the stimulus check ain't. Bro, you should be focusing on not qualifying for a stimulus check. That's what people should be focusing on. Yeah, I make so much money. Money comes to me easily, frequently, and in abundance. I'm a money magnet. That's what you should be focusing on. Anything that comes my way, I'm gonna be able to handle it with ease. Okay, that's what you should be focusing on. Affirmations, believing, journaling, working. Okay, I got 5 kids. They're in the next room over there, and they know daddy is over here working. You know what I'm saying? They know daddy's over here working, and they're cool with that. They're like, literally at Christmas, when we're praying, my stepmom asked Amina, my oldest daughter, to pray. The first thing that she said out of her mouth, it made me feel so good. The first thing she said, Lord, I thank you for blessing my dad with a lot of money.
Ooh, she know better already.
Right, right. But that's the kind of temperament that you should be setting for your family. That we have abundance. You know what I mean? There's no competition. That I'm the best. You know what I mean? That anything that comes my way, I'm gonna get it. If I want it, I need it. If you love it, I like it. So
most definitely. Shouts out to my bro Chris Haskins on here. He said this is the year for him to come up.
Yeah, this is yo. Chris is that dude.
That's right. Let's see what we got here. This man said 5 kids. You got 5 kids? How many kids you got?
I got 5. Yeah, I got 5.
They all hungry too, right? They be eating like a mug.
Yeah.
Money coming in to feed them faces.
This is our year. Everybody follow me on Instagram, okay? Because I'm super excited about showing people how I'm about to buy a mansion. Okay, I don't have one in my sights yet. Okay, but I'm pulling pre-foreclosures at the special proceedings office down in my courthouse, and I'm kind of doubled down a little bit on some particular areas that I'm looking at, and I'm gonna show you guys on Instagram, okay, how I'm gonna negotiate a seller financing or sub two deal, just a little mini mansion. I already know what I want, I already know what God got for me, but I'm gonna showcase that whole thing of how I negotiate the seller financing or subject to deal in the little mini mansion, and I'm gonna show you guys how how I really do it, and we're gonna rent out this little house right here. So.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. People that got mansions got problems too. They got death, disease, and everything
Yep.
else. Right? So people be feeling
Yep.
like, oh, they can't get to them. It's opportunity everywhere, right?
Amen. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So where do people connect with you? I know you just mentioned your social media. Where do people connect if they want to find out, follow this journey of you finding this mini mansion and connect with you just in general?
Yeah, yeah. Instagram is really like a cool place where we can go back and forth. This is me taking action on IG. I love Clubhouse these days. Me and Jamel Gibbs every Friday at 5 o'clock, we're doing real estate happy hour, and as you can see, I'm enjoying some happy hour right now because it's been one of those days, and yeah, or you can just visit me on my website and see what I got going on there. But at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, I just love connecting with people. I love inspiring people, and I love being inspired by others. On the 13th of February, on a Saturday, I'm actually hosting a local meetup, and we're just gonna play some golf, and get together with some other real estate investors, and we're just gonna talk about how we're impacting the community, how we're making money, and how we all can help each other do exactly that.
Yeah, what part of North Carolina you in anyway?
I'm in Greensboro. So
Greensboro.
Greensboro is like right in the middle of North Carolina. Is an hour away from Charlotte. Is an hour away from Raleigh. So I'm right in the middle. So Greensboro, Brown Summit, um, Winston Salem. That's kind of where I own properties at right now. But transactional funding, if anybody needs to double close and needs funds for the A to B, I'm down. I'm down. I was limiting it to North Carolina, but if you need it somewhere else, connect with me. We can start a relationship, and I'll fund that for you.
So only the transactional funding, none of that long term stuff, huh? Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, not yet. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there because it's really a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing. So today I closed a flip. Okay, today I closed the flip. I purchased the property for 66,000. Okay, I put 100 grand into it. Okay, and so that's what my lender gave me. He gave me 160 grand. He's getting paid 26 grand, and also I had like a 1 month layover, so he gets paid 3 grand extra. So he got paid 29 grand for sending a wire.
Woo!
You see what I'm saying? So if you can get to that point where you can fund, where you can fund deals and or even transactional funding. We did a deal last month where we gave the guy 150,000 for 48 hours, and it paid us. We charged him 2% because he let us know at the last minute. So we got paid 3 grand in the matter of a day.
2 points,
So
real quick.
yeah, so if you can, and so I mean, so if you can, if you can leverage the resources that you have that you worked for, I mean, sky's the limit. So, but yeah, I'm down for transactional lending. Holler at me in like another year. Maybe I'll do some short-term stuff for 30 days to 60 days. So.
Okay. So I know you said you've been in the game about 5 years. What kind of mistakes have you made that you feel like you have learned from?
A quick claim deed on the subject too. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah. No limited power of attorney, to talk to the bank, no authorization, no seller's disclosures, no nothing. Terrible idea, by the way. I held on to that property for 2 years, still didn't do anything. Okay. Left it in the seller's name. Okay. I'm just written that joint out, still in the seller's name, insurance still in the seller's name. Did everything wrong, okay?
Everything.
But the cool thing is though, I still was able to make money during those 2 years because I was willing to take action. I was willing to learn and fail forward. So that was definitely. Now I close on the deal the correct way. I'll make sure there's a limited power of attorney for that address, seller's disclosures, and all those good stuff. By the way, if you don't have those in your subject to seller documents, hit me up. I don't mind helping you out with those because you will not be able to sell that deal without certain docs. Okay, because
because
yeah,
you're gonna be out there naked. You don't want to have
yeah.
your paperwork wrong because real estate breathes through paperwork, and if that's
Amen.
incorrect, you in trouble, baby. And we don't want nobody in trouble. We want everybody winning
Amen.
from the beginning. So
Amen.
let me do this here. So I know you did some study to learn this game and stuff like that. What books, podcasts, and resources do you recommend for others to get their mindset right or to learn this real estate game?
Okay. Okay. I'll just give you three. Okay. The Three Laws of Spiritual Prosperity. That's a really great book. I tithe on every dime my company makes. Okay. Gross, not net. Okay. The Three Laws of Spiritual Prosperity by Edwin Gaines. Okay. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay. Love that book. Work on your mindset because it's literally all here. It's literally the difference between you making $500,000 and $1 million is what you believe you can do. Um, and then next, probably Chris Voss. What is that? Never split the difference.
Yeah,
Because sales and negotiation. My mindset when I'm talking to a seller is every seller can and will sell to you. It's all about what you say to them. That's it. That's my mindset. It's never like, oh, another guy that wants retail. Nah, bro. Yo, you want retail? Let's go. If I give you what you want, would you consider selling it to me today? And it's about having that mindset, of how you can put that deal together and then still believing and figuring it out and putting it together until it closes. Because everybody knows that closing today doesn't necessarily mean today. Anything could pop up. Any one of 100 things could happen within the next 30 minutes. So yeah.
that's true right there. It ain't over till it's over. Till the fat lady sing. I've done deals where, and actually even my students have done deals where they've got a house and don't even start making payments till 6 months later. I'm like, dang, I need to find some houses like that. Don't even
Amen.
start making payments till later. I mean, we try to
Amen. I need that
2
in my
months, they
life.
did 6.
I love that. That's awesome, actually.
I said, dang,
That's
why
awesome.
can't I find them deals? But you
Mhm.
got to find them, right? You got to keep fishing.
Heck yeah! I just did a sub 2 with a seller carryback, which I thought was pretty cool. So she owed 90, but she wanted 150. Okay, she's coming up on the auction is coming up in 2 weeks. She couldn't find anybody to do the 150 cash. The highest thing she got was 120, but she was stubborn. She said she would give it back to the bank before she sold it for less than she wanted, because the bank would of course sell it and give her a check back. And I
Mm,
convinced her, hey, well, even though they will give you a check back, you don't control how much they sell it for. So this is what I can do. I'll do 132. I'll take over your mortgage payments, and then the 40,000 outside of your loan, I'll break it down into 200 equal payments. So I pay her $600 mortgage. I pay her $200. Okay, and then of course I'm renting it out Section 8, 1250. By the way, once you get it property under contract, whether you're keeping it or whether you're selling it, go ahead and get your ducks in a row right then. Because if you have somebody renting out the property, by the time you got to make your first payment, you don't make a payment. Okay,
right.
so don't just get to closing and then think about what you're doing. I always get it under contract. She didn't have the power on or the water on. Instantly, I called, got the power on, got the water on, start showing the property to Section 8 tenants.
Yeah,
Instantly. Didn't
yeah.
even wait.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got one like that working on. We got to clear the property out. I'm like, well, they ready to go, so we got to get it moving. Don't wait around. They
Yeah.
want to. So that's the whole thing. As soon as it get under contract, I start marketing that day, start promoting that day. Because
Yeah.
why am I start making payments on some? Sometimes I even got some deals where I've gotten a payment and the payments aren't even started yet. I'm getting an extra payment for free money,
Exactly.
free.
Exactly.
1600 will help you, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And see, and that's a mindset, believing that this deal is already mine. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's a mindset. And I feel like you have a doubtful mindset if you don't go ahead and get to work and have that spirit of like, yo, this is mine. You know what I mean? You're walking into it when you go ahead and prepare your plate.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
definitely got to do that. So, anything you working on coming up, you want the people to know about before we wrap this thing up today, Sawand? Let them know what you got coming up.
Um, so I mean, every Sunday at 9 p.m. I do step-by-step instruction. So I pretty much give everybody what I'm doing in my business that week. so that way everybody can copy and paste and duplicate it in your own business to get the same results. I do those coaching calls every Sunday. I'm coming out with a wholesale course, and it should be up within the next couple of weeks, just because, the training gets to be a lot when you're teaching the same thing over and over again. So I'm just recording everything on a course to get it to the people a little bit easier. But really, I just want to help. Okay, honestly, that's really it. If us as Black and brown people can own more properties at the end of the day, and then we can meet at great masterminds in Cancun and Dominican Republic and in Texas and on Clubhouse and meet and share these stories with each other, that's dope. That's dope. That's what I'm down for.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't call it a wholesale course, though. You say you don't use wholesale.
Right.
So you gotta call it
I think the title that I have on Teachable is Real Estate Made Easy. Yeah.
Real Estate Made Easy. So that's how we doing it, family. So we got Sawand Belcher. This is me taking action on IG. Make sure to go check in with him. Go give him a thumbs up, a like, comment on some of his stuff. Say you saw him talking to Chris Monroe. Let him know this is me taking action on IG. All right, family. Cool. So I appreciate you coming on, sharing the insight, sharing the knowledge, letting everybody know this stuff is possible. And I appreciate you coming on, taking your time today. All right.
Man, you need some outro music, yo, right here.
This ain't over yet. This you just seeing a little piece of the production. This is serious.
I love it, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. This is honestly nice, man. Hey, I really think that's dope, bro.
All right, that'll work. So thanks for coming on, and you can stand by one moment if you like.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is how we do it, family, right here each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. We bring on people that are out here that I meet, that I come across, that are doing deals, so we can bring them in, figure out how we can restructure some of the stuff we're doing, restructure some of our mindsets, because you see, the mindset does matter. We definitely want to do that so our bank accounts can get fatter. Just came up with that on the fly. So hopefully all this helps you out in some type of way. Like I said, that's Sawand Belcher. This is me taking action on IG. Definitely tap in with him. That's what we did tonight. Coming up next week, we're on with Mr. Chad. Just closed his first real estate deal. Made $6,223 exactly. Probably some cents too, but I can't see that. But over $6,000 on their first wholesale deal. He made a lot more than me. He only made $1,800 on my first deal, but we're going to be tapping in with him next Monday, February the 8th, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you chimed in for that. The following week, we're on with Mr. Corey Reed. He's going to show you how to make $300,000 on a $15,000 marketing spend. Now, this sounds like a high-level conversation, but sometimes we got to have a high-level conversation because you got to uplift your mindset, uplift that bank account, get you right. So he's doing a lot of deals up in the Northeast area, and we're definitely going to be talking to him. So if you want to be notified of any of these upcoming streams, and you can also get the free joint venture agreement. That joint venture agreement can be used to help with negotiating with other people. So here you go. There it is right there. Text JV. That's the keyword. Text JV to 636-330-1444. That'll get you the wholesale joint venture agreement, so you can work with other wholesalers, work with other real estate agents, work with other real estate investors, partner on deals. You can put 5, 6, 7 people on one piece of paper, and we all can divvy up the money as we see fit. So hopefully this video helped you out in some type of way. This is the Woke Real Estate Podcast. If you're listening on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, what else is it? Amazon Podcasts. Go ahead, give us a 5-star rating. And give a 5-star rating. We need it to move up in the algorithm. That's how you show your support to the show here today. So hopefully you all did something. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments here. Chris, you better text us back. Oh, no, that's not for conversation on there. If you want to contact me, you want to shoot me an email. If you want to contact me, my email is chris@wokerealestate.com. chris@wokerealestate.com. And that's where you want to do if you want to do a contact. Because I know a lot of people be trying to have a full conversation on there. So let's see what we got here. Some of us been waiting for a reply since 8:24. I ain't writing you back. I'm live. I'm gonna write you back. All right. And Esther, that's not really Esther. That's Ruthie. What are you doing with another name, Ruthie? You got 6 names. Are you on somebody else IG? Good to see you as well. And yeah, cool. So I appreciate you all. Don't forget, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, and I will see y'all next week. Do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me. Peace. And we have
And we have Mr. I Stay. Whoa, 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 whoa. And Mr. I Stay.
Find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for you real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list. And don't forget, you got to find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters. Powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. Wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
Get your free real estate joint venture agreement and get notified of upcoming shows. Text JV to 636-330-1444.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. You may have heard the saying, the fortunes are in the follow-up. Now there's a brand new system that is great to help you cold call, text message, drop voicemails, and so much more, all automated. You don't have to remember anything. Just set it and forget it. All you have to do is speak to people. Check it out, wokereply.com. It's a multi-touch marketing campaign where you can schedule to send text, voicemail, email, and even live calls all on autopilot. Check it out today, wokereply.com. That's wokereply.com.